And welcome to this edition of Baseball Essential, everybody. My name is Gershon Rabinowitz. Rules are meant to be broken, and records are meant to be broken. There are not many records that could fall, but for one player at Westminster Christian Academy, he broke many records of Alex Rodriguez. And now he's the fourth-round pick of the New York Mets with the Brooklyn Cyclones, a third baseman, David Thompson. It's an honor to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
David, in high school, you were also a quarterback on the football team before tearing your labrum. How did that injury occur, and did it sway you into a baseball career?
I heard it actually the first time I heard it was in the All-American game, the Marines game, football. And then I still went on to UM to play football and baseball. Then I had another labrum surgery, and then offensive coordinator left, so I decided to just focus on baseball.
And you kept injuring your shoulder a number of times. And does that have any effect on the baseball field when you are at third base and you're throwing from the hot corner across the diamond?
For a while it did, but I'm feeling good now, and just still staying with my shoulder workouts and getting stronger day by day.
And speaking of the baseball diamond, at Westminster Christian High School, you broke a number of records, as I mentioned, set by Alex Rodriguez, most notably the home run and RBI record. What did it mean for you to be able to set those marks when you were there, and were you surprised to be able to achieve that level of success?
It meant a lot just because it was A-Rod's records and stuff like that, but we had a great team and a great coach, Emil Castellanos, who really helped us out a lot, and it was just a blessing to play for him and break some A-Rod's records.
As a freshman, you learned in Miami that you suffered from thoracic outlet syndrome. What exactly is that condition? How are you feeling physically after the ailments that you suffered in college? You had about 4 surgeries between the time you were in high school and the time that you complete your junior year in college.
I'm feeling good now. Thoracic outlet syndrome had a blood clot, so they had to go in and take out my first rib, actually. But I'm feeling great now, and all those injuries are behind me, which is great, and hopefully I can stay healthy from here on out.
And especially in your junior season, because you were contemplating maybe giving up baseball, you weren't sure what the doctors were going to say, and then in your junior season, you were a force to be reckoned with. ACC, 333 average, 445 on base, 658 slash line, 19 home runs, 70 RBIs. You led college baseball up until the College World Series in home runs. Andrew Benintendi passed you. What type of conditioning in that offseason did you do to be able to get back into baseball shape after missing nearly half the season with all the ailments that you suffered?
I just did what I've always done, was working out hard and working with our strength coach at UM. I was up in the Cape for summer ball and, played with Orleans Firebirds, and those coaches, Benny Craig especially, helped me out a lot at the hitting-wise. Because
that season you just had a banner year. You led your team to the College World Series. It was really something special and one of the most historic seasons in college baseball history and in Miami history.
Yeah, it was a great year. It was definitely a great experience getting the Canes back to Omaha and where we belonged, and it's been too long since we had been there.
Coming out of the U, scouts have said that while you're a natural third baseman, that first base could be your eventual position. Do you ever see yourself moving across the diamond at some point in your baseball career?
I just want to play, so wherever they want to put me, I'm all for. But I feel like third base is my best spot, and I'm just excited I get to play it right now.
And coming out of high school, you were a 38th round pick from the Yankees out of Westminster. Fellow alums Alex Rodriguez and Doug Minkiewicz, they played there for the Yankees and for Westminster. Did you envision yourself at any point taking the offer from the Yankees instead of going to Miami?
No, it was a pretty easy decision for me to go to Miami. I dreamt of going there my whole life, and being drafted so late out of high school was a pretty easy decision for me.
When it is the New York Yankees, it is a little bit tougher because of all the history and the aura that they have, and especially that connection with your high school.
Honestly, it really wasn't that tough for me. I was pretty set on going to play football and baseball at Miami, and I'm very glad I did.
And now you're on the other side of town. In June, the Mets selected you in the 4th round. What type of preparation does an amateur player go through before being drafted and before signing?
I was just playing college baseball, so I was still playing when the draft went on, which was a blessing to still be in the World Series and stuff like that. But, I just pretty much got home and came right up here after coming back from the World Series.
The Brooklyn Cyclones are one of the most celebrated teams in all of minor league baseball. What does it mean for you to be able to begin your career in an atmosphere that is comparable to a higher level of the minors?
It's awesome. This is one of the most fun places I've ever played at, and it's everyone's told me this is as good as it gets in the minor league. So I'm just really happy to be here.
What advice did Tom Gamboa and the coaching staff give you when you first started here? You've been here for about 2 weeks. So what adjustments did you have to make, and what advice did the coaching staff give you?
They all just told me to relax, don't try and do too much, have fun out here, and just let your ability show. And they've helped me a lot. I was trying to do too much at the plate, and I'm hitting a little better now. Just relaxing and trying to swing good pitches.
And your last game, 4 out of 5 against the Hudson Valley Renegades, it seemed like you pretty much broke out that night. Did you make any adjustments before the game? Were you doing anything differently or just slowing the game down and not trying to do too much?
I just slowed it down, tried not to do too much. I swung good pitches the whole game, so I had my last at-bat, and that was the at-bat I got out.
And you've been leading the team in slugging percentage. It's really been a fun season to watch you play, and we're looking forward to seeing you for the rest of the season.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
Thank you, David.
Yep.